Oh,
Well,
I see
I mean,
what you mean. How many games? That's the other
well, I
question.
don't want to talk about that.
All right, let's get ready to
Yeah.
hop into this game number 1. Mad Kings facing off against Infinity, and we are already into it. Lots of chat wheel lines getting thrown out right at the start. Love to see that one.
All right, 3 games. That's not bad. I played 3 games of Legion, apparently. It's not
Okay.
my hero.
No, that's fair though. It's all good.
That's good.
It's all good.
I'm averaging like 1 and a few deaths or dual losses per game. I'll take that.
Oh, that is a really good chunk of damage there by Pablo, isn't it? Overwhelming odds. Not bad, not bad. But we'll see how this ends up going. What is?
That's just overwhelming odds. Just
Got it.
that's the spell these days, you know? Seems to be what they're building the hero around, right? That's the spell that keeps changing, getting buffed.
It's true. It's kind of weird. Yuma wants to chase. The slowdown. Oh, that chains. Still a dangerous spot to be in. Maybe instead it's going to be Ench that's the dangerous one to be in front of. As she will run away, and they do manage to just get the heck out of Dodge. Don't think they can kill the Ench here. She actually doesn't have heal, though, having already used Enchant, so maybe they can. Check D. Oh, goes on down, and Pablo drawing first blood.
Taking down old Prada, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so whose names are not correct? We got Moose is Kim. I mean, I don't think that's his tag now, unless I'm wrong. I mean, but Moose is Kim on the Earth Spirit, as you know. That's his hero. We got Prada on the Skirmishes. I mean, he changed his name to that a while ago, but I'm sorry, Prada, but that's not pronounceable. So we're going to go with Prada, just so you guys know. And that's it. I think everyone else is pretty good.
Okay. Mariano.
Yeah, I mean, he did change to Mariano a long time ago. But that is Pepita, if you guys remember Pepita. Very recognizable player.
Yeah. I think he was more well-known as Pepita, but
yeah.
Regardless, stuff to watch for. Pablo dragging the wave on this Ember. And the interesting dynamic here to watch is going to be, does he manage to sort of make these pulls happen consistently and put his Legion off to a good start?
Yeah, let's
for Ember.
Let's talk about that because we were so busy with all the other crap. We didn't even talk about the Zeus is mid. We're Zeus midding after seeing all this, and we're doing the 4 Ember. So the 4 Ember was a bit of an SA special for a little bit. I'm not sure why it started and why it had to happen. The last the last 4 Ember game I ever cast was a Bignum game. And I actually asked them after how this happened, and they said it was because like they picked it early in the draft because they really believe in Ember, and it was not looking like a good Ember game at the end, and they just said, like, could you play it 4? Like, could you do it? He's like, yeah, I can do it. He could not. They lost, but they did win the series, so obviously they got the interview, so it was okay.
True.
But it is interesting with how much the hero has been buffed. Like, Slights is pretty insane, and Searing Change is pretty insane.
It does sort of have that feel, though, where you can trade in some instances because you've got like 2 armor there at the start. You can sort of use your spells to trade around with it. But against most other supports, it just does not look that great. You can see any time Prada gets up close to him on this Ench, it is instantly like he can't do anything, has to run away immediately. Very difficult to deal with, particularly having all these branches there right at the start. And actually, Prada able to get that pull off onto the flag bearer creep and gets it denied. So listening out on a lot of gold there.
That really hurts for a 4 Ember because like this is one of those heroes that just needs every ounce of gold that you could possibly get in this situation. We tried this right with the Darkseer 4 Ember. I mean that was like full enabling of the hero, and it's still a bit rough. So.
True.
In this situation, I don't know. I feel like I want all 3 spells in this lane, and that's kind of tough for the Ember.
Mariano eats through that silence. Adrian having to run away as there's a good chunk of damage out. Still hanging on to that Celestial Hammer. Could have thrown it if they wanted to, but this is where the lane can start to be real scary. Level 3 on Dawnbreaker, you're really going to start to hit pretty hard. Oh, missed though. On
he wasn't sure.
Starbreaker.
It was close.
And in fact, might be in some trouble now.
What's kind of cool is that they have two of the heroes that are best at securing CS with spells, right? With like the Blood Right just having this crazy amount of damage, 120 for 90 mana is insane for pure damage, and so like you can really zone people out by spamming that. And then of course at level 3, this is where Oracle peaks. 102 builds, you just output so much damage. They can do things like this. Like imagine if they hit that Blood Right and then combination with a Purifying Flames, that's so much nuke for such little cost.
It's true. Yeah, it's a big problem.
Instead, they miss it and Moose pulls the wave, though. Oh, there you go. Nice play. Purifying Flames, the creeps over.
Good. In the meantime, there's also a sort of movement going on towards mid. Pablo was making sure that that Zeus got off to a decent start and was able to pick up the bottle. An old school build coming from the Zeus this time, as we do see Moose just pull this wave around. Can't quite get it, interrupting on the small camp there. But the thing that's interesting is that he's going 3 points in Arc Lightning on Zeus, as PP keeping the pressure onto him. A lot of the other Zeuses we've seen have taken points in like Heavenly Jump early, I think.
Oh, this, I mean, you're just CSing versus Bat Rider, so nice and safe, you know?
True.
Because Bat definitely has kill potential on you, especially at level 6, but it's all just about like how greedy you get, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, he missed a napalm as well.
Hmm.
And, I mean, in order for him to get the kill, he has to be ahead of you on regen. Because, like, he needs more HP to dive the tower and, like, run you down when you can't cast spells and you're trying to escape. But that's a nice punish there on the Oracle.
Goes down in the end and able to be a part of one kill himself, ends up dying after. And you see Moose makes the move over, picks up the bounty, and they're off on their merry little way. Do you spot the Zeus laying down a ward up there on the high ground, though?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't spot him, but...
Oh, I see. I got you. Yeah. Well, now that unfortunately means that, yeah, he is just sitting here in full view. His ward's known about. That is very unfortunate for Moose.
Yeah. And I think that we're going to see RM move over and try and get the D ward in a second, most likely. As Pablo, again, trying to secure this rune. 6-minute mark, and the lasso's used. Pablo just going to die. It's a haste rune as Moose wants to chase down this Zeus, but can't go too much further.
Yeah, quickly dispelled there.
Yeah.
How's this top lane looking? Fairly even by the looks of it. I mean, hey, Arzan is getting free farm on a Legion Commander. It's a bit pricier these days, going the double Bracer into Soul Ring build. Legion, though. It's going to be a lot of damage. I don't think it's dead.
Double Bracer Soul Ring. Very hard to kill this Legion. Yeah,
it's interesting
and she
because
is just sticking around.
Yeah, there's sort of an issue with that build when it comes to like not wanting to buy a Vanguard, you know? Like some heroes have this problem of like, oh, I want to buy Vanguard, so double Bracers feels bad. PP, oh, zap down. See ya.
Well played. Ooh, and able to dodge, keep that one rolling. Yeah, it does feel like it's much more about wanting to be able to like have an offensive presence on Legion Commander, whereas everybody else is kind of okay just coming out of the laning stage, getting the levels. Like as Legion, you need to be able to translate into kills eventually.
Yeah, and so sorry, and basically the idea of terms of like having the need to buy Vanguard, it's just not really there since you want like that Blink Dagger instead, and so I think it kind of works on this hero still. Plus, you know, she has better lane presence than a lot of other heroes, obviously, when she can just like get press the attack, get moment of courage, and keep sustaining in the lane. So it does mean that you have to accept that Legion won't be available that early.
Yeah, they get some good damage there onto the Bloodseeker. But after the rotation comes in from Oracle, they call off the charge. And across all the lanes right now, Radiant just coming out a little bit ahead and on top. We'll see if this ends up translating into anything else. Pablo in the mid lane, good slight dodge onto the flame break, but it won't matter. He still manages to move on in and kill him off, and now the roll gets Zeus. Tries to go for the heavenly jump away, and in fact, with the dual kill, they set themselves up perfectly there.
All right. I mean, obviously, all because of Pablo. You know,
True.
Throwing his body away on the Ember to secure an early dual victory here.
Very nice.
He's not even in the lane, and he's still helping his offlaner. Like, what a support player.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Down bottom, Mariano is going to get caught by the rupture there. A couple more punches. Does have a TP. Wants to get out. And, oh, not enough damage. Roll up top, kick away. They get the Solar Guardian in and going to bring down that Legion commander.
Well, he was just bottom. He TP'd home.
Strong stuff.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's actually a pretty bad punish. And that is another thing we haven't talked about is that duality or that counter pick here, right? Of the Legion versus the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah.
You know, like sure you're gonna be locked down, but at the same time they have the global assistance of Solar Guardian that's gonna be coming through. So that's always gonna be a concern for the Legion, but at the same time, they have Thunder God's Wrath. So it's kind of a, you know, how much do they have? How much don't they have damage?
Well, I guess I wonder about the other thing there.
What
If Zeus gets to Aghanim Scepter, you can
he's a
probably
god.
interrupt
He's a
the
god.
Solar Guardian.
Killed.
Big plays.
That was insane. I mean, he has, I was gonna say he checks right immediately between the towers for a ward because he killed the courier like that, but he's got the ward up on the stairs. So, all right, yeah, he's mad.
I mean, yeah, you'll take that. It does mean it's going to be a little bit before his Kaya gets there. Still a minute and a half before the courier respawns, but having a good time, at least for the moment. But yeah, the thing I was talking about is if Zeus gets into an Aghanim Scepter, which you imagine is going to come out at some point, you can stop that Solar Guardian.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. If you know what she's up to.
Right. Well, I mean, you can just sort of pop ulti and then see where she's at and do it.
That is true. Good point. Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe if you only had Nimbus, but true.
I mean, there's sort of it kind of reminds me of the Spike Carapace for Nyx Assassin, right? Where maybe you need to play a little bit differently if you're Dawnbreaker. Pop BKB first or something.
I'll tell you one thing, Mariano's ready to battle, though, with this, like, Falcon Blade, Treads, Raindrops, Bracer. I mean, look at that inventory. That is effective net worth, is what that is.
Yeah. Hey, he's going to beat the crap out of all these dudes. Arzen can't really afford to do that well, I don't think. The Solar Guardian, the turnaround, going to beat the hell out of all of them, rolls away. Silence is still there, but the rotation in from the Zeus, now they need to be careful. Ember, Chase, the root is out. They get the tower in the end and are going to lose the Ench for their trouble.
I think this is the way to think about the Ember as well, is that you, as much as you want the Flame Guard damage, it's nice. Like, early on, you need the slide and the Snaring Chains, and you're just a setup. That's really all you're here for, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I hope it goes Veil. Looks like a pretty good Veil game. Has a Zeus on his team, you know?
Yeah, it sounds kind of cool. I like it.
I'm not sure what else you buy is for that feels good. I mean, you could go like Blink. You could just try and go for Ags as well, theoretically.
Yeah, that would be wild. I don't know. Any of those like weird little items, maybe like a Glimmer or something like that if he wants to help out his team, or there's a lot of different possibilities.
He could theoretically go for the Orb of Corrosion still. Like, there's a reason why every single mid-Ember gets it is just way too good.
Right.
That it would actually work out fine on the support, but he hasn't gotten the Orb yet, so probably not.
Yeah. Well, Juggernaut, Midas done, and going in for Maelstrom next. So maximum farming for Yuma. Currently top of the net worth, and likely to stay there for a while unless something sort of changes up here. Is on the other side of the map, Adrian finishes off that stacked up camp, and they are looking to put some pressure onto this top tower, which hasn't really been touched at all yet. But with PP showing up, hard to go there. They do have the Rupture ready. Can go for the duel if they want. TP rotations, though, would start to be real scary.
Yeah, Solar Guardian's up in 1 second, so just like, not sure I want to dive that too much. And well, maybe not a Veil for the one Spirit, but a Veil for his brother. Finished on the Earth Spirit now with Tranquil too. Moves fairly farmed. He's the most farmed out of all the supports. Only 1 point in the silence though, so hard to punish Pablo's positioning right now.
Yeah, roll did not connect. And edge creep. Gonna get chased down and eventually killed here.
So what are we
6 to
doing here,
5.
Gabe?
I don't know, man.
We got a Midas Jug versus an early Maelstrom Ancients farming Bloodseeker. You know, he's having a pretty good start. His timings are, you know, his effective items are here a little bit earlier, but we're gonna have the later game scaling of the Juggernaut. I guess a lot of it depends on how the Pepita Dawnbreaker builds. You know, like,
Right.
is he gonna have some physical damage to help out? Because if not, they're gonna be really, they're just all magic at that point.
Yeah. And the BKB timings will be terrifying.
Yes.
I mean, the other thing about it that's sort of strange, though, is I feel like they will have Juggernaut be so insanely farmed, and I'm not seeing Mad Kings, like, really push to shut down the map, you know? Like, right here, they're going to find and kill her. Like, I don't know. This, to me, feels really scary when you've got this lineup that sort of can just freely scale into the later stages.
Prada got really greedy on this push mid with the troll, though.
Yeah, he's a dead guy.
But still, obviously, he'll take that because now you got all these heroes up top. They could actually theoretically push this. I mean, they don't know that, but like top lane. But they're all rotating back to deal with this push because they all TB'd mid. So they know the only thing they can do outside of Mad King is hit this mid tower because they can't defend top.
Which they could definitely do here. Immediately forces out the spin. Hammer also there, whittling away bit by bit. With Zeus this far forward, it's pretty hard to come and contest unless you bring all the numbers, and they do just get that mid-tier 1 tower.
That was a great play by Mad Kings. They turned an unfortunate situation of Arsene dying and then all kind of over-rotating to the edge into a good play. Like, typically, it's obviously not that great to rotate everyone to kill support like that, but you turn it into a tower push. That's excellent. And they start going top. They say, we want to take over this part of the map. We're going to get that tier 1 tower knocked down for our side. And, I mean, that probably means they're going to have to give up mid, though. It's going to be very hard to hold their own mid tower versus an Enchantress that's taking over stuff in that Radiant jungle, as well as Solar Guardian and a Bat Rider. Like, it's just a scary spot to try and stay in this mid lane right now.
Yeah. Roll. Catch. Turns. Duels. Not sure what the goal is here.
Gods.
Maybe a chance. Thunder Gods, but the Rupture comes out. Saved and gonna get the kill. It ends up working quite well. Zeus makes a show up moment, and with Pablo there, they find him. Blood right down, dead.
Goodness.
Dude, they keep looking for more. Kim is, I have to get the heck out of here on moves. Does not want to show up to this one, but Mad Kings putting on a performance.
That Dawnbreaker died so fast.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I guess you just took a lot of damage from the Zeus. Got hit by 4 Arc Lightnings. Yeah.
Yeah. Zeus is a problem. It's a pretty serious problem.
Kind of owning, though. Like, the moving around the map.
Oh, yeah.
Setting up, like, because that's one thing that a Bloodseeker lacks, right? Is that actual hard lockdown and just, like, that little bit of reach, but, like, to force the fight. And so Pablo's helping to make up for that right now. And, yeah, he is currently eyeing up that Orb of Corrosion because it's just way too good on this hero. Obviously, you're getting the benefit on everyone who you slay.
True. Yeah, I think that what's interesting, though, is that even though Mad Kings are, like, looking good with their movements and are, you know, pretty consistently making what feels to be the right move, it is very much still very, like, into the favor of Infinity. You look at, like, it's 2K gold lead right now. I don't know. We'll see. Got some mouse issues, a mouse battery. Not what you want to see.
No, that's not good. That's the one thing I can't go wireless on.
Oh, no.
I'm too scared. I can't handle that. I recently went keyboard. You know, I braved it. It's a wireless keyboard.
Do you like
huge.
that one?
What?
Do you like the wireless keyboard?
I mean, yeah, sometimes I lean back, sit back, I have to pull it on my lap, you know, I'm mad chilling. It can be convenient. But I remember when I made the jump to headphones, I was like, oh God, I'm never going back, guys. Get wireless headphones, please. It'll change your life. No more rolling over the cable with your chair.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
Standing up and it's hooked onto the arm of the chair and it pulls your ear off. Yeah, just don't ever look back.
Big smoke. They run on through. 17 minutes. Who are they going to find?
Oh, they're going to see Earth Spirit's Courier there on their ward.
Mariano.
They all get
Caught
pinged
sight
by
of him.
Mariano. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so they're so close to BKB on Batrider. That's the thing that I'm just looking for right now. And he's trying to get it and get out, and Moose might just, Moose is trying to make space.
It rolled on in, and eventually is going to die.
I think he did not care about dying there.
Yeah.
I actually think he was just trying to make sure that Bat got out, because Bat almost has BKB, and then I feel like that's where they're going to be incredibly strong, right? Because, like, Mariano's going to come in. He has the shard, so he's doing his little spinny things. They're going to be dropping some Omni Slashes. They're just going to have these overwhelming fights where they can just try and break this Zeus. Like, what happens if he just Fireflies, BKBs, and runs at Zeus right now?
I don't think he has an option. He has to jump away.
Yeah, he's going to have a bad time. That jump is not that great.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Immediately going to go to push out the wave, but does have that BKB ready. I guess the other thing that you do have is that, like, Oracle up your sleeve, you know? You've got Fate's Edict, which can be really good in these instances, and then obviously False Promise to break the lasso. But then again, you might just get gone on as the Oracle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they're certainly going to need to play the buddy system here to make sure they get these big saves off, like you said, you know, having the Legion, having the Oracle. That's the whole point of these picks. Prada, again, he might die here, but he's been getting so much value. All right, he's definitely dead. He's getting so much value playing this deep. Dude, I told you, it's SA, you know?
Yeah, it's fair.
I feel like it's reductive to just, like, credit it, like, to just be like, oh, they're all playing like Beast Coast. But, like, honestly, I think this region is, they really value these supports. Just, okay, that's not a support, though. PP, you're not supposed to be doing that, unfortunately. That's a big deal.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That's
attack.
really not good for them. That was the strength, their moment, the BKB timing. It was all supposed to be together.
Well, you know, sometimes you just, you get God.
True. All right. Well, scary things afoot as many BKBs are coming out now. Dawnbreaker's still a little ways away as down bottom, they find him. Another duel, another victory.
Why are we
Moose in a world of hurt. This is just not good for them. Mad Kings are owning. They're going to find Mariano next. Pablo, no mana, but does have sick charges and, well, won't quite have the chains in time there. But yeah, that was not great.
It's the Beast Coast, dude. It's what they do. Their supports have 5 deaths each. They're playing in these. They just throw their bodies to secure the other objective. Like Prada has definitely made. I mean, there's a reason he's the richest support despite dying 5 times, right? He's just playing on the other side of the map, gaining a lot of gold for himself. And then when he dies, it's because like 4 heroes show up. And then when Moose is dying, it's usually to secure a core's escape. So it's not that bad, even though it looks and feels kind of bad. But hey, you know, maybe this is the play all along, is to pick infinite scaling versus these teams. Because these are plus 64 damage now on our Zen.
I mean, that is a very, like, real thing, right? Is that
that's a lot of damage.
This would not hurt so much if there wasn't a Legion commander in the game.
How much gold is that? That's like over 3K in damage or something.
Yeah. No, it's not insignificant.
A relic's 3750. He's got a relic.
Yeah. I think that if this keeps on happening, like, yeah, this gold lead is going up, but the Legion does become a little bit unwieldy eventually.
And they don't have the same saves, other than the Solar Guardian, of course, but that's not quite the same.
Hurricane tried to get in on that Zeus.
Prada,
They do spot him, roll forward, but the jump is out. RM, push back, flame break there, but now finding the duel with the Solar Guardian right on top. It is not going to work out for the duel victory.
Dude,
still a good chunk of damage. Pablo there trying to punch. They move on in. Stun is out. Does have the Omni Slash, but it's saved in the end. A good save comes out. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. The heal is definitely not enough. Chase down wants to bring down the Juggernaut, and Zeus did it to him. The haste rune Zeus just came in with the big flexes.
That was such a bloodbath. And the start of that fight too, where the Batrider, as you said, forced to go for the Oracle, right? Can't go on anyone else. Runs out RM, but he got the Fate's Edict off just before he got lassoed. So Batrider did absolutely nothing with the lasso damage. He just pulled them around. He's totally immune. Then he gets in there, throws the False Promise onto the Bloodseeker, and so he's just able to wail away the whole time. That gave Adrian the time to get the bash off, which stopped the BKB TP of the Batrider.
Right. Now, Trent, we were talking about how good some of this dual stuff is, and he's getting some dual damage, but also he gave 28 dual damage away to the Juggernaut. That's a little concerning.
Wow, it's 28 these days, huh? That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that talent, huh? 28.
It's a little scary.
Oof. Whew. All right, that's not good.
I mean, the flip side is that if they manage to win a couple, she's going to really accelerate in terms of how much dual damage she's doing. But
he attacks so fast. That's flat damages. I mean, he attacks literally twice as fast as her. He attacks every 0.59 seconds, and she attacks every like 0.1.6. 0.1.6, but every whatever, 1.6 without
just keep saying numbers.
Press the attack. She attacked much slower, not attacked so good as Juggernaut.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they found another one. Solar Guardian. Is it going to be enough? Yes. Dual victory. Roll in. Finds the Oracle. Do they have enough to save these people? Zeus jumps away. In the meantime, they get the save. RN made the move, and that's everybody else dying. Gotta run, gotta hide. Rupture there. And does get a really good Starbreaker off. Actually kills off Pablo. But in the end, Adrian, a little bit too strong. Big moves, big moves.
And Roche is up. And Legion, let's see, gonna regen up a little bit, has plus 92 damage. Could come help out here. Like, I can handle this.
Needed to heal up a little bit first, I guess, but they will finish this, it looks like. And sending on in a Mud Golem. Aegis deny? Aegis deny? Maybe? Chance, a dream? Oh, roll! Kick it! Don't move! You god! Oh, baby! He kicks out Adrian. Steal the Aegis, drops the Magnetize, almost bringing down this Legion commander, but the press the attack's there.
Oh, man. That is such a Dota thing to have. Because, like, I always try to explain this to non-Dota players. Even other gamers, they don't understand Dota in a lot of ways. And I just say, like, it's the RAM. Like, Dota, it takes all of your RAM, all of your brain power at that time. And so when you're in this game, and this is happening, and it's very intense, your RAM is saying, oh, there's a Mud Golem in here. We got to make sure he doesn't do the stunny thing, right? And, like, oh, like, he's going to die at a certain time. But, like, sometimes you just forget that that's also providing the perfect vision and the setup there for an Earth Spirit. And so your RAM allocation, unfortunately, was not quite perfect. And he just finds this perfect time to come in, and moves just, oh, man, that just takes the wind right out of their sails.
I mean, that hurts. That was the moment that was supposed to catapult them forward. Get that on your Bloodseeker. He can just keep running in, and it doesn't happen. Now, I'm not sure. We'll see. Jump forward, duel out again. Do they have enough for the finish? Bringing him low, the blade mail, everything, but the lasso to turn it, and she ends up dying instead. Now, Mariano, he's ruptured, tries to TP out. Does he have a way to escape? No. The bash, it was there.
I mean, I can't really call him lucky because he's usually getting 4 attacks off anyway, but, you know, at least he's not getting unlucky. That's for sure.
True.
Keeps getting them every time they try the BKB TP. This Basher, usually the Basher comes out after they get away with it a couple times. They didn't even get away with it once this game. Adrian was on that Basher so fast.
It was super ready. Kim, Mr. Moose indeed is going to be going in for the Aghanim Scepter. Rushes this after the Veil. And another great answer for the Legion Commander duel later. But still stuck at 92 damage. Needs a little bit more.
Man, that's a hard item to farm up on an Earth Spirit, too.
Yeah.
That's going to take you a little bit there. And no Philly Stone on the squad, unfortunately. No.
But he's doing it. You know? Like, he's almost, what, 3/4 of the way there?
Yeah, I mean, it is... It's almost there. It's just like, how do you get gold though when like your team like you can't fight right now, right? I mean,
Right.
I guess you stopped the Aegis, so thankfully that was huge because then you really wouldn't be able to fight right now. But it's even hard just to get a wave like this kind of a situation. Like, look at this. He's
Yeah.
like, it's so dangerous. He has a ward down when he's trying to fire.
Yeah. I mean, he's
This
going to
is
get it.
miserable, dude. This is why some heroes are.
He's just out. He's like, screw this. I'm done.
This
some
is one of the
space
reasons why
created.
Earth Spirit feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, you just want one item, and you can't even kill a wave. You're just in full panic mode, and you're scared. And, like, if he just gets bullet, he's dead.
Right. Can't afford to do it.
Is under attack.
Tier 2 tower. They're all TPing in for this. No glyph available, but sleight of fist. Find him. Root. Jump in. Tries to bring him down. Omni Slash bouncing around. Takes down the Oracle. No for him. Meanwhile, the duel comes out. The turn, they try and kill off this Juggernaut. Won't die in the duration of the duel, but dies immediately thereafter. Dude, this Zeus is doing so much work. And Moose rolls back in. Oh my god. That actually was really close to killing everybody. But in the end, it won't be enough to finish them all off.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, he's just finding that perfect spacing this whole game, right? For Jackie Tokyo, he's just everyone's in the positioning where he feels safe all the time, and he's not even getting that many saves and false promises, right? Like that time it was to end the lasso on the Adrian. He just immediately starts swinging away, getting the big kills, and he's 6-0 and 17 now on this Zeus, and his damage is going to be absurd after rushing this E-Blade.
It's going to be out of this world.
Just like no defensive options. I mean, obviously it's like kind of a defensive option, but you know, nothing,
Right.
no force staffs, no Yules or something he had to buy this game. He's just raw with it.
I think if they do manage to break this Solar Guardian, if Mariana's on the other side of the map, that will allow Mad Kings to just take over this game in a new type of way. Because right now, they've finally caught back up in terms of net worth.
Yeah.
But the game, I think, is looking very good for them. Mad Kings have completely swung it around. That, you know, even not getting that Aegis, they've been able to make it work.
Well, we'll see if maybe Moose's decision to get this Ags could do something. He's again using this ward up top here to try and farm. He's about 1,000 gold away. And doing what he can for the team.
Again, for these teams, top 8 on the line. If you are one of these squads, it's very, very possible that you could get to TI. You could get to those last chance qualifiers. And in a region where it's not always the case where you can sort of reliably make that happen. It's such a big opportunity for all these teams. You can feel the sort of tension that comes about in these matches.
Especially because it's game one, too. So, like, I don't know. It just, like, you don't really want this one to slip away. Because I'm sure it feels even to them right now, too. Like, I don't think anyone's under the illusion that this 26-14 is, like, a big lead for the Radiant. Like, I think the Dire recognize that we have the strengths right now. But this is where that problem's going to start coming to play with all the magic damage on the Dire, with these BKBs coming out now and the Legion Commander being there. Like, Bloodseeker has already ran through his, but this is a big change for Legion now.
Yeah, it opens up the game in a very much a new way. Ooh. He thought about it. Find out where everybody is.
The only way to
This
counter
is one
though,
of my favorite things to
eggs. Sorry,
Yeah.
continue.
Radiant's top tower
No, it's
is
true.
under attack.
He almost has it done. But this is one of my favorite things to do is sort of a lineup, right? Is they just run on out, they smoke up, and then as soon as they like break the smoke, you immediately Zeus ulti.
Yeah. Or like Spectre Haunt too. Oh, those
yeah.
abilities feel so good with Smoke of Deceit. It just changes the item. Especially in these exact scenarios where the game feels very even and it's just like whoever gets the first jump can still dumpster the entire team fight because of how much burst there is. And now they're going to get the gem too. They really want to secure that edge.
Find one. Prada.
Aha! Activated my trap card.
He's dead. They're going to get some dual victories here. So 120 damage now for Arzent.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary. does also have the level 20 250 AoE press the attack, which is something also to watch for. And you were talking about it. Ember playing this position 4 is now going to getting into the Yule Scepter, post Orb of Corrosion, and then afterwards the Aghanim Scepter.
Makes sense. I mean, the mobility, there's no other support that can move like this. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Earth Spirit is a hero in general, is that ability to like do those big rolls into the stuns at such a big range. But you know, Fire Remnant is there already to do that. For an Ember, it's just more expensive. It takes higher levels. But once you get the Aghanims, you're in a whole new class of initiation. You're like a clockwork that can hook like 4 times with no commitment.
I am just going to say that I feel like Moose should have a different item in his neutral.
You're down with Serenity?
I mean, there's Ceremonial Robe, there's the Ogre Seal Totem, they've got like Pupil's Gift. There's a lot of other things
100
that could be
HP.
there.
I mean, that's effectively better than 10 strength. No.
Yeah, no, not quite.
You might be right. You know, some players, old habits die hard, and he just hasn't quite got that neutral item, you know? Yeah, he also sold out for the eggs. He knows that it was too necessary. The Tranquils are dead.
Tries to find one, can't get him. They get the lasso. Oh no, that's what happens when you roll in. Can't enchant Remnant yourself after the duel is there. Dead on the Bat Rider. Now Mariano needs to get away, but bashed. Oh my god, triple kill for Arzent. Already with 150 duel damage just about.
So somebody's looking at moves, be like, yo, you got buyback? He's just like, shut up.
Jeez. That is, that's big. At the very least for Infinity, you know, Mad Kings don't immediately get to walk into Roche, but they might walk up high ground.
He's got 148. He's coming knocking, you know? He's looking for one of those big old knockers on the front of the house that it looks like you really want to slam it and only kids do it. Arzan right now, he's finding the big knocker, you know?
Big plays. Has duel again. If anybody shows their face, they're going to get jumped on. Yikes. Pablo.
Right. Show me the big axe play. Send someone to the fountain.
God, it's such low range. That's the other problem with it.
It's terrible, dude.
It's so rough. Can they do anything here? Gets pushed back by the flame break. They want to fight. Desperately, they want to fight. Trying to bait these illusions.
All he can do is
it won't
wait
happen.
to counter initiate on a duel, you know? That's all he's got.
Well, 30-15, and this is a much more substantial lead than we've seen all game for Mad Kings. It was looking rough for them, but they have really pulled it together here. And if they get this second Aegis, this is everything.
Who do you think gets it? Do you even give it to the Legion? I feel like there must be someone better.
Probably.
I'd almost rather just give it to the Ember for the. You know, he's kind of owning.
Adrian gets it there. The shard.
Pass it to?
I don't know.
Oh, we're going
Passes
Legion.
to
Okay.
Legion. So
I mean,
again,
it's kinda
overwhelming
cool.
odds gets armor for every unit it hits, and then also increases the duration, which also means that you're getting like all of that extra. Is it bonus speed that you get too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is pretty crazy that it's 15 seconds. Like, if you hit 2 heroes, it's 10 armor for 15 seconds. That's definitely not, like, I would say it's a little bit of a boring shard in some ways. It doesn't give you, like, a cool new ability or something, but I can see why it's strong.
Yeah. Well, and your bonus speed for heroes is 9%, and creeps is 3%. So you're getting a lot of bonus movement speed when you do actually hit it on people.
Mm-hmm. AC's nearly done as well here. Not far away at all for Arzan.
That is very scary. Yeah, and Zeus is getting to Aghanim Scepter, has it done now. So the Solar Guardians, Mariano going to need to play around him a little bit by, you know, making sure that either he pops BKB or is with his team for the fights. But Mad Kings ready to move on up here and immediately get prepped to take the tier 3 tower. There's not really anybody home to come and deal with this yet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
AC
Yuma's
completed.
back.
And Adrian just punches away. They roll in. They turn him into a remnant. Kicks him back. That's pretty deep. The stunt, the
Oh, they
combo,
did it.
all the way to the fountain. But is it going to be enough? Adrian, Omni Slash for round 2. Now, can they do anything else here? I don't think so. Arsen just jumps around. Do they have enough? The duel, he's still in fountain, but they manage to kill off that Juggernaut. 80 seconds. Press the attack, run on home. It was pretty for a moment, but looking too strong for Mad Kings here.
Dude, how does he get away with that, though? He dueled him, like, in the well.
Yeah.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
He took
I mean,
2,000 damage from
sometimes
Zeus.
Nothing you can do. So tier 3 tower falls. They're going to head up top next. Mad Kings, this is not the result I think a lot of people would have anticipated, but like we said, it's that one that's kind of close. Division 2 on the border there against Div 1.
I mean, support Ember just taking some W's here by the looks of it.
Apparently.
I mean, he called support once he hit the Agnums. You know, he's catching up to the offlane Dawnbreaker.
True.
He's ascended.
He's having a hell of a game on Pablo. Well, very impressive stuff. They're going to roll in again. Moose can't find a target for himself. And in the meantime, they'll kick back and get home. Tier 4 tower falls. They actually TP back for Pablo. He has a remnant there. He can show up for this if they need to. But Mad Kings actually playing it safe. Gonna let them sit with Mega Creeps for a little bit.
Do they have a smoke? Can we do that? Can we do the fake back? I mean, you don't even need a smoke when you have this initiation from Pablo.
There's the duel. There, Adrian right on top of him. Solar tries to turn it. No, not going to be enough. GG is called. And Infinity are going to lose game 1. Mad Kings pulling it together here. Looking real freaking good.
I believe that's, yeah, Deathless. 7-0 and 23 for Jackie Tokyo.
Wow.
Insane game on the Zeus. And this was a Zeus Ember opener that for the whole time didn't really look like it was going to be mid, obviously, because they had the Ember. And going mid, had a great game. They didn't have the catch. It really helped with the save payoff because, like, you know how the Zeus wants to position. So, like, if you think about how an Oracle is trying to go for saves a lot of the time, or a Legion even trying to go for saves, they obviously